I'd give my right paw for a taste of smelly mackerel, carp. Any fish will do, really.
The cat sniffs the fish and wrinkles its nose. It chows down, but it doesn't look happy about it. The cat looks up at you and gives you a groggy meow in thanks.
Maybe I should stick to the good stuff for a while. But I'll miss the shadow.
He pokes his nose at your map, leaving a wet spot.
I think you'll find something interesting there. Found me some goodies during life number 6. Now, if you don't mind, I need a bit of me time.
The cat spirit looks at you. The further you gaze into its vacant eyes, the blacker your heart feels. With a jolt, you avert your glance and move away. The cat spirit looks at you.
Oh, heaven! Occupied! Oh, unholy hells! Do I sound like I'm all right? That's what I get. Bloody tainted stew. Mixed a little fish into some of my stew. Bloody mackerel must have been tainted. Save me, Lucian!
Of course, sir. Right away.
Her Munificence Dallas the Hammer, Scourge of the Voidwoken and Saviour of the Sorcerers, upon the advice of her most sage counsel, in her capacity as the titular head of our beloved Lucian's divine order, hereby layeth bounty upon the fell sorcerer murderers of Alexander, Bishop Divine. She, or he, or it, who slayeth said sorcerers, or other sorcerers, with malice or without, may count upon the hammer's most benign and just benevolence. The death hail to the hammer, 7 times blessed.
What was in that blasted stew? What was in that blasted stew?
The poster flutters lightly in the breeze.
It proved to be child's play to outwit her. No doubt it'll be child's play to cut her down.
Well, well, it seems that everybody desires a piece of me, as you mortals say. How irritating.
Let her cower on that ship of hers and be glad the water's too foul for me to swim.
Better to be pursued than forgotten, eh? A frothy pint of ale.
Those fingers of yours will ever heal.
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way past Arks. I asked you for a man, not a note.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly, face hardening with anger as he reaches the end.
Bloody goddamn spit-sucking weasel! This is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. This is bad. For everyone. Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Mordus wasn't mine after all. Trouble, of course. That's why I haven't heard from the cave. Sabotage. Listen up, I need your help. We all do. Mordus has his hands on something dangerous. Something I was trying to protect us from. Not just my folks. The whole damn realm. Look, me and mine, we move classified cargo. Take it right off Magister ships and put it into the hands of those that will use it rightly. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters, not my folks, not the gods themselves. I ordered it to be destroyed. I guess Mordus, whoever he's working for, wants it for themselves. That can't happen. The less you know, the better. Trust me. Stop Mordus and I'll take care of the rest. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Good access to red ships and plenty of privacy too. Haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to Voidwoken in the hills, but now I think it's worse than I thought. I bet my lucky left foot Mordus is in the cave. You gotta get to him before he gets his hands on that cargo. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late. Finally, someone with a little sense around here. Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating, where I think Mordus will be. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets what he's after.
Think those fingers of yours will ever heal?
Don't expect no small portions. Same size and price for everyone. If I want something, I can do it.
and then...
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
What do you want, dwarf? You can't just come in here as you please. There's magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. Of course I wouldn't. What good have bloody dwarves ever done for anyone? Now answer me. Why are you here? You can circle the poles twice each for all I care, as long as you don't interfere with my investigation. He's a deviant named Higba, a grubby little tinkerer with a criminal mind. Some of my magisters have vanished from Driftwood lately, and I'm certain that fiend is responsible. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. He saw my men before they could seize him and fled. Desertions? What do you know about desertions? This miserable town has too many gossip mongers. But they're right, we have had some desertions of late. The veterans disgruntled with the new leadership. But they slip away in the night, taking supplies. Cowards and traitors, all of them. I'm looking for loyal magisters, vanishing in broad daylight. Desertion just doesn't fit. Hardly. By all accounts, he seemed like just another money-grubbing nobody. He must have caught my magisters unawares. It's the only explanation. No matter, he'll face justice either way. If you catch sight of that dog, tell me or my men at once. Understand? There might even be a reward in it for you. Well, do you know anything? Stop wasting my time then. I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake. Elson, my inkwell is
Course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me some...
Right away.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again. Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here?
Carver's got his dossier on the sorcerers.
What? Oh no. Poor Demori. Go tell Magister Raymond or Magister Julian immediately. They'll raise the alert. Go. Now.
Head nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up to her face. She sniffs loudly and suddenly jerks to attention, eyes red-rimmed with zeal, and something else.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. See? I haven't stepped in. Well, I'm ready. That's what matters. Vigilance!
She turns her back on the other Magister and leans right up close in your business.
Shh! No need to shout about it. It's just a tiny, eensy mite of a smidgen of whatever can keep me awake. No sleep. If I can just keep my eyes open, I'll be safe.
She breathes heavily as she looks past your face, pupils dark and wide as the void, then resumes her twitchy post.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
The Magister turns to you with a scowl. He already seemed immensely displeased, and your interjection isn't improving his mood.
What?
The Magister glances at you like you're something he just stepped in.
Keep out of it! That's what I want to know. Stuck here with those silent things. The new leadership ought to learn to respect its veterans. We're the ones who uphold the rule of law, not white ponches like Raymond and Jonathan.
A sly smile creeps across the Magister's face.
Aye, and sooner than you might think, if the rumours are true. Let's just say, there's other places where I'd be appreciated more than I am in Driftwood.
The Magister loses some of his bluster.
I ain't saying. It's a secret for loyal members of the Divine Order only. Who asked you? You're not even supposed to be down here.
The Magister glances around the cells, before ripping the keys from his belt and casting them aside.
This isn't the Divine Order I signed up for. Not anymore. I'm done.
Good find.
The spirit of an emaciated prisoner is staring down at his own corpse. He shakes his head and lets out an exasperated sigh.
Of all the stupid ways to go. Oh, it was a stupid bloody accident. I dosed myself with some poison to make it look like I was half dead. I figured they'd take me to see a healer and I'd have a chance to escape. I must have taken too much of the stuff though. Wound up fully dead instead of half dead. Those bastards haven't even moved me body.
The spirit scowls at you.
I did nothing. Or I didn't do what they accused me of, at least. A miscarriage of justice is what this is. That's putting it bloody lightly. Nobody deserves to rot in a hole like this. Best leave that secret for someone who needs it. You can stroll out of here whenever you like.
You're stumbling away from the shoreline, a deep wound in your side. Behind you, the remains of your ship slip beneath the water. You press on, you And the others. A clearing further inland. A camp. A Magister camp. They weren't supposed to be here, yet here they are. Twice as many in number as you and my friends. You reach for your sword. But the sky is already thick with Magister arrows. Followed by Magisters in the far north, you were force-marched to this foreign land. A moment of hope as a grinning dwarf removes your source collar. Seconds later, void-woken death. You remember a cold childhood in a no-hope fishing town, bullied mercilessly by a dwarf named Lohar. With no other prospects, you sign up as a Magister, eager for the power denied you all your life. Warm red wine flows down your throat. The languor of a tavern evening soothes you. Suddenly, shrieks rend the night. The Magisters have come. Warm red blood flows down your face. Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eyes shone brighter than the moon. The day you collared her for Fort Joy, you wept every tear you had. You never cried again. Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you. Until you got involved in the anti-Magister resistance. Then, the work was still there, but also purpose. Purpose worth dying for. From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light visible between the floorboards. Shadows ripple across the slivers, accompanied by heavy footsteps, Magister footsteps. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. Your breath catches in your throat as you wait for him to move along. But the hatch is suddenly yanked open. Light floods you, blinding and accusatory. You hear only one gruffly barked word before the hands seize you. Gotcha! You stride past the chained sorcerers and climb onto the caravan without complaint. As you settle onto the bench, you offer Ralik's blessings to the Magister Guard. He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest in return before shoving the chained sorcerers aboard. As you watch them cower, you cannot help but feel annoyance. After all, don't they know they're going to be saved? You twist your head around as the Magisters haul you away. Your wife and 2 boys stand in the doorway, helpless. You commit their faces to memory one last time. Wendy cries out something to you. You tell yourself it was, "I love you," or "We'll wait for you." But the truth is, you didn't catch it.
Lucky find. Alexander was slain by Caesar.
Bled dry. Did the creature in the cellar do this?
The spirit looks at its own corpse, then at you. Its horrified eyes plead with you for answers. All goes black the moment your hand reaches the ghostly magister. You see nothing, hear nothing, for your senses are overwhelmed by the pain of razors slicing through your flesh. One chunk of meat after another is ripped from you until there's only organ and entrail remaining. And the pain is released. You touch your arms, your belly, your head, relieved that you are still intact. Once Magister, now lost soul. He swivels his head, getting his bearings. He sees you and moves to speak, but no sound emerges. The stench of the Magister's corpse dissipates. It's replaced with another scent, equally noxious, breath. The stink fills you, then pauses, then fills you again. Then the roar comes. Your skull rattles as the mouth of this breath creature engulfs your face. The foul odor is pushed from your lungs by a torrent of blood, then replaced by a gust of fresh air. You take a cleansing breath and look to the unnerved spirit. He points his forefinger at his chest, then back at you. The spirit scrunches his face in. A fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
The missus will kill me. She'll tear me a new mouth halfway down my neck.
You see nothing.
I've gone and thrown my wedding ring in the water. I could do that. I could. But seeing as the ring has a bit of sauce to it, like as not, going in there will attract Voidwoken. All things equal, between an angry wife and Voidwoken, I'm leaning towards the wife. Just a hint, nothing that concerned a Magister, made me feel that little bit more confident in myself. Maybe it was all in my head, but I felt like the ring made me more attractive to the women. I wouldn't do the dirt or anything, but it's good for the ego. Keeps the wife on her toes too. I'm not asking you to risk your life on account of me and my marital woes, but if you fancy a paddle, you can go right ahead.
I've spotted something.
ready.
A painful death, trapped and defenseless.
A horrified fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
That was terrifying. I need to get myself a new line of work. Something as far away from the water as I can go. Goat herd, high on a mountain. If the missus will go for it, of course. She likes the beach. You found it! How wonderful! The wife will be thrilled. Or she would if she ever found out about this, which of course she won't. But I can't thank you enough.
He slips the ring onto his finger, where it dangles loose.
I feel better already. Need to fatten myself up again so I don't lose it a second time. Can't be relying on the kindness of strangers to dig me out. The very best to you. I wish you well.
With a new confidence in his stance, he turns back to his fishing.
To ambush a mark, this ravine would be perfect.
Creeping little flies. Go back! Get out of my realm!
Interesting.
You wriggling little worms.
Feeding. It looked like Lohar's crew, but did you see their eyes?
Indeed. As black as obsidian.
Was that voice? It wouldn't stop. It just wouldn't stop. It was like razors in my brain. I thought it sounded familiar, but different. I can't quite remember.
What am I doing here? I thought I was in the cave.
The dwarf looks around in confusion, quietly talking to itself. It seems oblivious to you.
Whatever happened here, it was a massacre.
I swear, I should have expected nothing less. They wander across a tragedy, and how do they spend their time? Gawking at the dead like they're nothing more than a sack of cloth and flesh to be looted. Bloody parasite. Wait, Can you see me? Elves, teeth. How'd you manage that?
The dwarf's eyes narrow, and he squares his shoulders. His hand seems to instinctively drop to his waist.
That a fact. And here I thought our darling Bishop Alexander was the only one. So God-woken are powerful, eh? Powerful enough to control mind? To force brothers to draw steel against each other? Well, someone out there can. As sure as the sea's wet. We were doing some work round these parts. Smuggling, stealing, removing the odd witness. You know, bread and butter stuff. We were sitting here, eating, drinking, telling tales. When some of the lads, their eyes turned black as pitch. Next thing I know, my best mate's buried his dagger in my gut, and there's void woken everywhere you look. Them that didn't die were carried off to the cave. Might be I was the lucky one, lying there, bleeding out. Heh, was the day I'd have to cut you just for asking. Don't suppose it makes much of a difference now. The cave was our base, where we wrecked, smuggled and stored the loot. The entrance is through the ruins over yonder, for all the good it'll do you. Might be swarming with void woken by now. Ain't no one deserves that end. No one should see their brothers coming at them with murder in their eyes.
Somebody's in that cave.
Shh! Hold your tongue.
A spillage all over the floor.
Keep on walking, bud.
But what if they're friends?
You got moss. What if they ain't? Let's be safe.
The face of a dwarf appears from the shadows. You notice a couple of fresh scratches on his cheek, partially hidden by a thick beard.
You got a problem with simple instructions, friend? Leave. Now! Don't know about no questions asked, but there'll be no answers given. Now leave! I were looking for mushrooms when I heard the shouts. Ran out as fast as I could, but I took a tumble. The crew was fighting amongst themselves, tearing each other apart. They had these pitch-black eyes and fought like demons. Hell, maybe they were demons. I only managed to drag Valine in here before the bloody Void Woken turned up to finish the job. I've never seen such slaughter. Best we could do was save ourselves and try to report back to Driftwood. Lohar's got to know about this. How about you talk some sense? Those Void Woken are monsters!
If you think you're marching us to our deaths, you've another thing coming, bud. God's blood. Fine, if you insist on racing to the Hall of Echoes. The cove's guarded by those old ruins below. You'll need to get through them before you can get in. Me and Valine will seek into the ruins and wait. If you start a scrap, we'll have you back. We'll see you in the cave.